everybody, Happy New Year. I know that I've been missing. I'm super sorry for that. Let me just start by saying that today is day 109 on Ozempic and 174 on a GLP-1. And let me just give you an update of what's been going on. So I've been on a GLP-1 because for those of you that are new, welcome. I started with Mounjaro, but I got a rash, like contact dermatitis reaction on the site of injection. And my allergist and my doctor decided that it was best to move away from that. Even though the medical reps from the lab, from Eli Lilly, were telling them that some people would get off and get back on, and you could try and see again if that worked. But since we weren't sure what component was giving this issue, and the reaction was getting worse each week, because for some people it's just the same, but for me it was really escalating fast. We were like, okay, there's no need to suffer through this. Let's switch to Ozempic, and I'm doing great on Ozempic, so there's no need for me to try and switch back. But for those of you that do better on Mounjaro, I understand that you sometimes might want to do that. So anyway, we all have to do what's best for us, right? And that brings me also to a disclaimer, like, I am not a medical professional. I don't pretend to give any type of medical advice. I'm just sharing my own experience, and I wish that anything that you hear here that makes sense to you, you run it by your doctor, because they're the ones who know your history, and they're the ones who know what is going to work best for you. I don't know. I have no idea. They are the ones that can help you with that, okay? I have my team and I rely on them, and whatever I hear that people do, like, I just run it by my team. And if I don't, then it's at my own risk, right? Because yeah, anyway, so that out of the way, I've been on Ozempic for on a GLP-1 for almost 6 months, and it's been 25 weeks, and I have lost a total of 24 pounds. Yes, I am so excited about that. I never thought, like, I had not been this weight in 11 years. And granted, I don't look the same, right? I'm still not on the same size, because maybe I lost more muscle, gained more fat. So weight is not a one measurement that's accurate for everything. My body shape has changed. I gained more belly. So I was still a size down from what I mean, I've lost the size too. And I would say that I am comfortably in the next size down. And I know that when I keep on losing, I'm gonna start being in between sizes again, because I can totally see how the next size down is fitting comfortably on me, right? So I have not been interested in buying too many clothes. I do have to dress myself. Some clothes that I had is just so big, and I don't like looking at myself wearing it. So I've definitely just added some things to my wardrobe, but I'm being, like, very sparingly and very cautiously, right? Because I know I'm on this journey, and I know that it's going to take time, and I know that we're going slow but steady. And I do have to say that almost a pound a week, at one time I wanted those stories of people that lose 40 pounds in 4 months, but really, I like the way my face is looking by losing weight this way. My body is having time to firm up from losing weight this way. And it's happening, and it's a steady thing. It continues happening, even with the holidays. Listen, I traveled. I went to California, Disney. You know how you eat in the parks, right? So I survived that. And I've been still losing through all of that. So just imagine if I had not gone on those trips, if the holidays hadn't come, like if I had been able to continue just eating my regular meals, I would have lost much more. But I'm actually grateful that that was not the case and that I'm going slow. So yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and sometimes we go out and I'll eat whatever I can when I'm out, right? And sometimes it's not the best choices. And then we have family visiting, so we have a lot of stuff around that we typically don't have. And granted, we've been sick like 3 times and big ones. This last one was kind of at the end of the year. So New Year's Eve, I was still feverish. Yeah. So that's also why I haven't been on so much. And I'm sorry for that because I got sick and then I could barely talk and it was hard. And then I got sick again and then I got sick again. So I've been just barely surviving and I have not had the energy that I need to be filming videos and editing videos and putting videos up there. And I've had to focus that energy on my family and on my work. So, but I'm back and I'm hoping to do these videos again more regularly. I don't know if once a week, I don't know if once every other week. It all depends on what I have to update you guys on. And I know that a lot of you have been asking for me to share a little bit more about my process, how I decide to titrate. So I'll be touching on all those topics and I have a list of topics. So if there's a specific topic that you're interested in hearing, please let me know down below. And I know some of you have commented that you're either switching to Mounjaro or switching to Semaglutide from Mounjaro. So let me know what pen you are on right now. I really want to know, right? You're coming from, and if you've started, how long you've been, and how your journey has been so far. I love hearing from you guys. So let me keep on giving you like a general update, right? My A1C, I have not had new labs, so still 6.5, but I started on an A1C of 8. So going from full-fledged diabetic to touching ranges of pre-diabetic, that's just pretty awesome in my opinion. And that A1C might go up a little bit because I've not been on the best averages. Every time I get sick, I see how my blood sugar rises. And that is something that both my doctor and my diabetes educator and my nutritionist told me, that when the body is like fighting a virus, for some people sugar goes up. My doctor also told me that there was a rhinovirus and enterovirus going around, and for some people it was just dropping their sugar. But that's not my case. My case is it spikes up. So yeah, and like I said, I've gotten sick 3 times and it's been like a 3-4 week type of sickness. So yeah, my sugar has not been the best. However, in between me being sick, I've averaged a 109 of daily blood sugar. So but when it's high and when I'm sick, it could be 126 to 136, right? Granted, also when my sugar is high, I feel more compelled to eat carbs. It's a crazy thing that happens to me. And no matter if I'm on Ozempic, like my body just craves carbs. So I won't eat a big amount because I just can't fit big amounts of food in my body. I just, I can't anymore. But it doesn't mean I still make the best choices. So when I'm sick, I have a double problem. My sugar rises and that triggers me wanting more carbs, which makes my sugar go higher. So getting off that snowball is not easy, but it kind of fixes itself once I'm off. Once my sugar starts coming down naturally because I'm not sick anymore. So there's that. So that means that I haven't been 100% in range because I've had spikes up to 160 whatever, 180 whatever. So my doctor considers in range 180, but I lowered my range because I don't want to be in 180. I want to be in like 165 max, which to me that's already concerning. So I've been in range between 97% of the time and 100% of the time. So all things considered, with everything that's been going on and the sickness and my sugar going up and me wanting to eat worse, when that happens, I'm still pretty well in range. Which doesn't mean anything, because anything above 140, and again, I'm not a medical professional, but I've heard that that's when it damages your body. So I definitely don't want to be over 140, but I've had moments where I am over 140. I'm better now. I'm recovering from the last illness. I don't have a fever anymore. I barely have some cough. I still have some sniffles. I mean, I still have some cough and sniffles, not barely. I do still have cough and sniffles, but my sugar is not as high anymore. So I'm looking forward to starting a normal day of meals today again, because I've tried, but I was not quite there yet. But I've seen that from yesterday to today that there's been a change, and my sugars are going back down to my normal values again. So I'm happy about that. Also, in between all of this, my doctor upped my dose per my request. I just told her, you know what? Those times that I was not in range, my sugar was going up so high. And I know that I was in between illnesses and everything that was going on, but I needed more help. So we titrated up. But again, I love my doctor. She is not a cookie cutter type of doctor. She said, well, the doses available to titrate from are 0.5 to 1. And remember, I was in 5 milligram Mounjaro, which I asked my doctor, and she said that that was equivalent to a 1 milligram Ozempic. So I'm still not even at the same dose, and I'm kind of getting very similar effects, even though I'm not quite there yet. So I'm a 0.75. So what she did, and this is why I'm telling you, I have the best doctor ever. She sent me a regular prescription of 0.5 to the pharmacy, and she gave me an extra pen so that I can titrate in between, because there's no way for her to prescribe that the insurance would cover 2 pens, right? So she also said, we'll do this until you run out. Once you run out, we go to 1. So I might have wanted to stay maybe a couple of months in this kind of titration level, which I've been doing that. I have not been titrating every 4 weeks. I've been titrating, yeah, just do the math, right? I was 3 weeks on 0.25. I've been on Ozempic for 109. Let me see how many weeks that is. So 109 divided by 7. So that's 15 and a half weeks, right? So 3 of those weeks were 0.25. And then 2 of those have been 0.75. So I was almost 10 weeks on 0.5. And this is my 3rd week on 0.75. So I think I still have a couple of weeks left on 0.75, because since I started at 0.25, I had some medicine left. So that'll give me like a total of 6 weeks on 0.75. And then we're going to titrate to 1, because I mean, she can't keep on doing this, right? Because that it's a medicine that's not easily available. And she does need the free samples, right, to give it to her patients. So instead of giving me my free sample when I started the medicine, what we did was kind of save it for this specific situation, because I just can't titrate so fast. It's too much for me. I'm very sensitive, and then I don't want my sugar to just plummet, right? So I'm still on metformin, the 500 milligrams in the morning, extended release version. I'm still on Jardiance, and Jardiance is what, 10 milligrams? Yeah, the lowest dose. And that's going well for me. So that's kind of my update. My energy is way better. My mobility is way better. My body has been getting used to this new weight. So of course now it wants me to lose more weight because my knees weren't buckling because I had lost weight and all that, and my knees started buckling again, guys. Can you believe that? My body is like, okay, we're used to this, so keep going down. I'm like, man, you didn't even give me a full 3 months reprieve, right, from my knees buckling. So anyway, I'm just happy that I continue going down, and so grateful to be on these meds. I'm super happy. So let me just talk about side effects. I don't really have side effects, and granted, I'm taking 2 injections because I do a 0.5 and a 0.25 injection. And I also have to say that I don't love having to have 2 injections because since 0.5 is a lot more liquid, it's hurting a little bit. So that's one thing to look forward when I'm going to go to the 1 milligram dose. It's a new pen, it's more strength, so I'm not going to have so much liquid going in anymore. That's going to be something good to look forward to. I had very mild constipation when I went off the other type of metformin, but my body is normal again. I'm not suffering from constipation, thankfully, so that's not a side effect that's happening to me. I was getting kind of tipsy after the injection, but I either got used to that or I'm not feeling it as much. And the fact that I'm going to bed right after I inject helps me not perceive any side effects, even if they're happening on my body, like I don't perceive them. And the next day I wake up and the injection site doesn't hurt. I'm not tipsy or anything like that, and I don't get tipsy. So yeah, I'm not really experiencing any side effects on semaglutide, on Ozempic, right? Which is wonderful for me because with Mounjaro, I did experience a little bit of side effects here and there. Yeah, and I think I've covered everything. Being very mindful of doing a lot of water, and on the days where I'm not sick and I'm doing just my regular meals, what I typically do is I have a late breakfast. I have 2 or 3 meals a day. If I have 3 meals, the late breakfast and the lunch are very small, and then the dinner is on the later side, and it's not that big either. And when I only have 2 meals, then I try to have a little bit of a bigger breakfast and then kind of like an early type of dinner. And sometimes I do have like a very small snack before going to bed. So basically that's what I'm doing. And I'm still trying to stay within the range of carbs per meal that my nutritionist gave me, because when I do more than that, I see how my sugar goes up more. So that's definitely something that I'm still paying attention to, especially when I'm not sick and I don't have that weird snowball effect of having high blood sugar and wanting more carbs. So all in all, I'm super grateful. I'm still here. I'm still happy to be on this journey with you guys. And I haven't been much involved in the community because, like I said, I was just barely trying to survive. But happy to be back. And I think one of the next topics that I'm going to cover is how I've decided to titrate. Like, what are the things that my doctor and I have talked about that have made me ask her and be like, can we titrate? And what she has told me or what she has advised me in order to decide to titrate or not. So I think that's what I'm going to do in my next video. And yeah, I hope you guys are around for that. And thank you so very much for being here, for following my journey, sharing yours. It really means a lot to me that you guys are here. I'm excited. Like I said, I had not been in this weight since, what was it, 11, 12, since 2013. So yeah, more than 10 years ago. Or what? No, 2012 actually, because my daughter was 1.5 years old when we moved. So I know that I had this weight before moving and maybe shortly after moving, but you know, she was 1.5 years old and she's going to be 13. So do the math, right? 11 years. Wow. Yep. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. Subscribe, turn the bell notifications on so that you get alerts when I upload new videos. And please leave a comment. I love hearing about you guys. Tell me if you've been on this journey, what medicine you're on, if you've had weight loss, or if you've had blood sugar improvement, whether you're on Wegovy or Ozempic, whether you're on Mounjaro or Zepbound, it doesn't matter. We're all still part of the same journey. And I'm just so happy that we have all these options available now. Believe me, had I had an option to be able to take one of these shots before becoming a diabetic, like would have been so grateful for that, because once you become a diabetic, it's very hard to go back. So yeah, I'm happy and proud for all of you that are taking care of yourselves now in order to avoid getting to where I got. So thank you. Bye. Happy New Year, and wishing we all have a very, very, very healthy 2024. Bye.